Hey there, Anna with Travel Tuna, and today we are going to do the full ship tour of the Celebrity Silhouette. Stay to the end to find out about the back-to-back process. Let's get going. All right, so today we're going to be doing the full ship tour of the Celebrity Silhouette. As you can see right behind me, here is the map. We are on deck 3. They're doing a drill. We are in the middle of the back-to-back, so you can see what that process is. If you stay till the end, I'll talk all about it. I was hoping, now that everybody is off the ship, we'd get a good view of everything. We do have a lot of hustle and bustle going on. They're cleaning up, they're doing a drill, they're doing all these things to get ready for that next cruise coming on board. This is the main dining room, the Grand Bouvet dining room. We've had a wonderful time there. As you can see, wonderful dining area here. They are getting ready for the next people to come on board. Beautiful chandelier. Lots of glass and wine over there. The great things that they have had is a vegan menu. They can actually pre-order the day before. You can make a grand entrance on the stairwell here. Another great thing that they had is just random food. They have vegetarian options. They have gluten-free. They mark everything very well and have a lot of great options. We're going to go ahead and head back out into the rest of deck 3. There's a kind of people getting around with this grill that they've got going on. Here is the ship on a stick map. This area here, they have some wonderful music in the evening time. Also, the silent disco. Here is your guest services. The beautiful glass elevators and the tree. This is a sister ship to the Celebrity Reflection. If you'd like to see that full tour, we have that too. You can find that on our video list. Short staging desk here. Our room was down that hall right there. Very convenient location. And we talk about that plus the pros and cons of that room on another video. We'll go ahead and link that. We were in room 3136. Rick is there doing some work, his little back-to-back self. Over here, we've got room A. This is the Sweets restaurant. We'll go ahead and check that out for you if you're lucky enough to have a suite. We have not had a suite on Celebrity yet. We are doing some cruises in June where we will be aqua class. So we're going to be that for the first time. Got their wines ready. Everything's set for the suites guests arriving. Of course, as a suite guest, you do get to come in here and have a lunch on board. Another thing that you could do is you can pay for premium access, and that allows you to eat in the main dining room once aboard. They have done that before. They do very well at marking their bathrooms. I am quite looking for bathrooms. Here is some interesting stairwell art. I've actually had a lot of great energy the last couple days, which is really good. I have not taken a nausea pill. If anybody wants to know about my condition, there are videos about that. This is the other part of the main dining room. We were just in there. Those seats are very comfortable. Here we have the craft social. Here you've got your sports. We've got some games. You've got some foosball. You're doing some stocking. Nice big screen TV here for your viewing enjoyment. Got some things set up for some pictures. There's the casino. I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to come over here. Showing the central area. Just a beautiful area here on the celebrity silhouette. And this is the Martini Bar. They do a martini show every day at 7:50 p.m. There he is. They start swinging bottles around. So you can see that. They also have a really good selection of non-alcoholic drinks here at the Martini Bar. This is awesome for me because during this time with cancer, I am not drinking alcohol. I was told about all of the non-alcoholic beverages by another woman who is afraid of not drinking alcohol. Rick hasn't drank alcohol for 3 years, so it's nice if you're looking for that. They have a lot of non-alcoholic options. In the casino, they have non-alcoholic Prosecco. Get you an idea of the things in the casino. They have 3 Ultimate Texas Hold'em tables. Of course, they've got blackjack tables, roulette, 3 card. There's more money. They have all of the dancing drums for slots. In Celebrity, what's nice is they start you off with free drinks in the casino. It's one of my favorite games. Ultimate Texas Hold'em here. This is a free cruise. And we are doing a back-to-back free cruise. So both of them are free, where I just pay the port taxes and fees. I do that by the casino. They have a lot of games here in the evenings. We'll come back here because for the shopping fanatics, that's the future cruise set. For the shopping fanatics, we definitely have to look at the shopping. We are in port, so all of the shops are closed. You've got duty-free alcohol here. Really a shopper? I'm a casino girl. I spend my money in the casino. So we all have our vices, or the things that we love to do, however you want to say it. Here is the jewelry. I'm not really a jewelry person. So in that sense, Rick gets off pretty cheap. No jewelry. I do like flowers occasionally, but no jewelry, no shopping. I spend my own money in the casino. We are a frugal bunch, but we still have our fun things that we like to do. Celebrity always has some different sculptures here. I always love the art. They come up with some unusual things. We're going to go this way and look at the theater. On our way, I'll tell you some interesting things about this celebrity silhouette. It had 1,886 guests aboard the celebrity silhouette. This is Quasar. They have some different things going on here. This is the nightclub at night. Fun. It's talking about your muster stations here. It's telling you where to go. I love this sign because they have this sign as soon as you come on board. They do still have e-muster on Celebrity. Nice stairwell there. Here is Celebrity Central. Don't worry, I'll get back to those fun things about Celebrity Silhouette. Oh, they've got Mike the Cruise Director on in here. They do sometimes have some comedy and games in here. They've had the comedy show, though, in the big theater, which we're going to see in a moment. So this is really good time to do this tour because of the drill that they're having. They do have the outdoors lot, so we won't be able to get outside. Maybe I'm fine. Here is the theater. gosh, there's a lot of great seats in this theater. This whole first row here is good. I am a short person. And this window here actually is below your line of sight, so that's good. And they have really good stadium seating. The other thing I like are these chairs here, where no one is sitting in front of you on the ends here, and that's on both sides. I was surprised that we do have some status here on Celebrity, and normally we can get a backstage tour. They did not offer that this time. You can see the balconies there on deck 5. Good seating here. Go around to the other side. They also have these wonderful seats in the back that have a bar area. So you have bar seating. And they do have cup holders, which is nice. They've had some really great shows. Boogie Wonderland. Rick was singing that for hours. The same thing over and over again. That's why I call him Ricky Doodle. He whistles and he sings. He whistles the same tune over and over again. But you gotta love him. They've also had another production show that was super good. So we had 2 production shows this week. And we had a comedian and a comedy magician. So wonderful shows here. This is between the cruises, so I'm not sure what we're having next week. I'm sure it has more wonderful entertainment. Of course, make sure that you're always using the sanitizer and washing your hands. Right now, I'm very immunocompromised. My white blood cell count is low. I've been taking shots, even. And I'm not sick. So if I want to keep from not being sick by washing my hands and using sanitizer, you can too. Now, we have been wearing a mask. I'm not doing it now, but we've been wearing a mask all the time, every time we exit the cabin, because I am so compromised. I'll get you a view of the theater from the deck side, and then we will walk outside. Here is the view from up above. There is Mike, the cruise director. As you can see, there's some wonderful balcony seats here too. The ceiling is also really cool. All right, let's go check outside. There's a U.S. Coast Guard boat over there. This is what is very nice about Celebrity, is they just have all these extra touches. So they'll have cloth hand towels. You have paper towels too, but they have soft hand towels in the bathroom. Celebrity is our favorite cruise line at the moment. Here is where get outside at the end of the day. That's the smoking area on deck 5. See a little bit of the lifeboats. I was in the military. I was in the Navy for 11 years. And as you can see, I still love boats. My job was a parachute rigger. I dealt with everything with survival. So my job would have been this: life jackets, life rafts, oxygen, ejection seats. I was on a carrier when 9/11 happened. I was in from 1991 to 2003. You can see these life rafts. What's very interesting about these life rafts is they house a lot of people, or they save a lot of people. Firstly, folks, life raft, it is going to have 122 people as a tender and 150 as a lifeboat. Boom! That's a lot. And a tender, what that means is that a lot of times in the Caribbean, you might not be at a dock or a pier. So they will use the lifeboats as tenders to get you ashore. That is Fort Lauderdale. We are in Fort Lauderdale right now. Wanted to show you these big life rafts too. If you ever see these pods, these are life rafts. See those big pods right there? Those are life rafts. They're doing a drill, so they're gonna rub that. Valletta, if you want to know what Valletta, it is registered in Valletta, Spain. I love Spain. I actually lived in Spain for 3 years. 3 years. I loved it. I was stationed there when I was in the military, right outside of Puerto de Santa Maria. I do speak some Spanish, which helps, though, since we live in Southeast Florida. I actually live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to check in here. So Spanish does come in handy. I love these. These are so funny. Mommy's Bar, coffee shop, and the donut shop. I love those. They do sell art aboard the ship. We are back on deck 5. You can go to art auctions. Not really into buying art. I love to look at the art. Rick and I move too much for that. One way we're able to fund our cruising is because we have investment properties. We have long and mid-term rentals in Virginia. We've got short-term rentals in Florida. So we do still work. We have a real estate brokerage that does sales and property management in Virginia. We're able to work from the cruise ship. This is the coffee shop. These right here are actually complimentary. They've got a cheese Danish there. I might have to grab one of those and pay for coffees here. There's some back-to-back people chilling. There is the gelato. The gelateria or gelateria. Then we have the ensemble lounge. Back here, it's actually going to take you to some of the specialty restaurants. We have some wonderful art on the walls. So it has some different types of chairs. It's interesting. It's a door. Can't really see it. There's a nice bathroom. That's not hidden. This is a lounge here. That is the retreat lounge. That is going to be for the suite guests. This is the Italian restaurant. I just get a quick tour. All right, this is Milano. He is an awesome casino dealer. They got their wines over there. This is a specialty restaurant. I'll see you later. La Petite Chef. They're talking about. We will get that here in a second. La Petite Chef is a fun restaurant. They have a little cartoon guy that walks around on your plate, jumps around. Oh, this is nice little art in front of us. That's fun. Can get outside there too. Fun. It's called Mirror. It's a mirror. Here you go. Art installation there. And this is where they have La Petite Chef. As you can see, La Petite Chef, the magical cooking book. See how it comes alive. Just like it on your table. This is the menu. And I hope to see this one thing. Bon appetit. The next thing I can give you to become a great chef is the more revolted one. Oh, there he is. The secret ingredient to make a dish taste incredible doesn't cost anything. It just needs to be prepared with love. I've been to the restaurant before, but the best food I ever tasted was cooked by my grandmother. She didn't cook for money, for restaurant stars, or for fame. She cooked for the love of her family. Oh. If I only think about the smell of her chocolate, I'm immediately thankful and thankful. Oh? Wow.
and immediately on the phone.
Wonderful. It's a really fun time. And the food is good too. Across the way here, we have Blue. We are going to be doing the Aqua class here in June. We've got a couple cruises on the Aqua class. This has some healthier options with vegetarian, vegan. There's a menu here. Let's see the menu. So, nice ambiance, beautiful windows. As you can see, the theme is blue. This is with the Aqua class. You also get the thermal suite included in that, or they call it actually on this ship, it is the Persian Guard. Where they have heated beds. This right here is the Tuscan Grill. This is another specialty restaurant. I'm going to show you the menu here. This is where we waited for the back-to-back. See the Tuscan Grill here. Beautiful views. As we walk out, I will continue with my information about Celebrity Silhouette. I know I jump around. You can also stay to the end to find out about our back-to-back process.
But to continue with the information about the Celebrity Silhouette, it was built in 2011. It's actually an older ship, but it was completely refurbished in 2020. Love these hidden doorways. Go ahead and continue on deck 5.
That is the other side where you can do booking. Here is where the concierge and captain's club, they can make reservations. Also with the upgrade, premium access, you can get saved seats in the theater. What's in there of this deck? This is Sushi on 5. Beautiful view. This is going to code for sushi. It is a very similar layout to the Celebrity Reflection. Here are some bird cages with some resident birds. This talks about their world-class bars. They do have non-alcoholic beverages also. It is their menu. It's the Celebrity Lounge. That is if you need to get some Wi-Fi assistance. A lot of things are going to the app. You can also get some internet access there. And shops. Another good look at the shops. More of the art that is for sale. Here are other shops. Sunglasses, purses. Here is more art over there. Kinds of art for sale. They do have art auctions. A lot of times, if you want to get a free glass of champagne, you can bring it to the art auction. Kind of a fun time. This is one of the muster stations. This is where we mustered on our first trip. It's actually painted a picture similar to this one. I do paint, I do stained glass. He's done a lot of our furniture in our short-term rental because I like whatever I create to be used somewhere. Neat eye. That. You're at the theater. Check the map. We do have some nice, fun little areas. The hideaway, the library, pretty much between Deck 6's rooms all the way up to 12. Then we have 14, 15, and 16. We will go ahead and I will show you the hideaway and the library. This right here is the hideaway. This is a nice little area on Deck 7, where you can have some nice little comfortable seating. There is a couple areas of seating up there. And there's some spots, and you can look over into the glass elevators and the tree. See those? And there it's quite fun. Looks like we might have an Easter egg over there who made it. That's We are on Deck 7 this time, room 7186. For the full tour of that, you can go to the link and find out more about our room. That is actually an interior stateroom. And this is going to be the first time Rick has experienced an interior stateroom because I like sunlight. My joy is actually watching the water. That is what I love to do. We have some stairwell art here. Love this. This is a Mona Lisa Millennial. This is Deck 8. You can see a little alcoves there and some fun pictures. Our room is actually on Deck 7, room 7186. It is an interior cabin. This is going to be the first time Rick has experienced an interior cabin. We're headed up to the library. That is on Deck 10. As you can see, I am walking the stairs. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Cancer girl, walking the stairs. I gotta keep that exercise up. That decreases side effects. Here's the library. And over halfway done with my chemo. This doxorubicin or red devil has been a little bit worse this time. I'm actually 2 weeks out from my last dose. And for the first time in months, I have great energy. Doing this, bringing this to you with some awesome energy. I have also not taken a wash about today. That beautiful. So here you can do some relaxing in the library and have some good views. We're gonna head up now to the higher decks. See if we can see some other stairwell art. Some from the art. This is Deck 10. Going up. This is now Deck 12. Where the pool bar, the solarium, the spa and fitness center, the Persian garden, the spa cafe, and the restrooms are. All right, we are on Deck 12. They got some hair fall there set up. As you can see, we are in Fort Lauderdale. I had to do it at this time because there's nobody on board. This is a wonderful time. There was actually quite a few back-to-back people. And that was who you're seeing where.
They have some great bars in here. Somebody has some great chairs and goes into it. You can see it. More hot tubs here. You know, and two pools. And with the through and show you the pools here. They are hard at work. Cleaning days. Perfect time to have a bellini in the pool. Whether it looks like the balance celebrity is they actually provide you the sunscreen. Usually you can find it here. And there is the fluid bar. Up there is the masked grill. We'll check that out in a sec. That has your hot dogs, hamburgers, and you can even get a veggie burger. Everybody does this. They lay out all these wonderful towels for you. Oh, got a military ship here too. What is the USS Fall? We know if you were on that. I think that was the one with the fire back in the day. I can't remember. This is the solarium. The adults only area, which goes like, there's just adults on Celebrity anyway. Not too many children. They have 2 hot tubs here. You know, sort of peaceful music if you want to get away from the crowds and the music. Would be a beer. And have steps down if needed. And wheelchair assist. These do open. Oh man, that's solar. How which is nice. Later, we go per. There's the Spa Cafe. They have some wonderful little goodies. During the daytime here. Have the Liberty of the Seas over there. This leads you to the spa and fitness area. We have a beauty shop and facials and nail bar and barber here. I can get teeth whitening, acupuncture, and to pay for all those things. Collagen injections, vital dose. I have no idea how I got cancer. But at this point, I'm not putting anything in my body. This goes to the Persian garden here. Get you a little tour when nobody's here. This is included in the Aquas last week. For the Monday through Friday cruise, it was $139. For the week, these are heated bed that you can relax on. This right here is an aromatic suite, except they may have it turned off right now. A little bit of eucalyptus in there. And on the other side, you have a steam room. The steam room here, looks like he's doing a little horror. Show you the steam room. It was nice enough to let me. He said the steam room here. Thank you. Got some nice rain showers in here too. That's so nice for that you get a free aqua flask. Or by paying for it. This will actually take you down to the different massage rooms there. What's nice in the locker rooms, men's and women's bathrooms, is that you have an included sauna. This is not extra. This is included. And on Celebrity, the gym is open 24 hours a day. Not sure if the sauna is. There are showers here, and bathrooms, and all curly. Go back out here. This is how you get to the gym. This is the fitness center. It is open 24 hours a day. They do provide you with some running water, hotels. They have a ton of treadmills, bikes, elliptical machines, different types of elliptical machines. As you can see here, tons of treadmills. During the cruise, sadly, I have not been coming up here. Before, if you know me, I will turn this into my own treadmill desk. We also do have an outside area here for some quiet lounging. There's not normally too many people here because it's right off the gym. So you can get a sleepy spot there. You've got some different weights, free weights also over there. These are by Life Fitness. You get your, you know the balls? They do have fitness classes. So fitness classes are included with the aqua class. They have some spin, yoga. You do have to pay extra for fitness classes if you're not the aqua class. It should be from this angle. That's cool. They even offer disposable headphones. Fitness instructor there. Yummy water. As a superstitious bunch, a lot of times on cruise ships you will not have a deck 13. So we find ourselves on deck 14. This is the Sky Lounge. This is where they have some game shows like Loving Heritage. They have karaoke. My father really likes to do karaoke. We've got some great, relaxing food here. As you can see, the celebrity colors. They just announced that they're going to start embarkation. Well, these rafting chairs here. They're going to start embarkation in 5 minutes. So I need to go get a look at the buffet before all of the people get there. That is one thing I have been avoiding is the buffet because of all the people. My white blood cell count is very low. I went from 3.3 the week before the Red Devil doxorubicin down to 0.6. I got an after hours emergency call saying you need. So I have been taking shots during this entire time. And before we got here, had 4 shots before we got here and some more afterwards.
Good practice. And
Hi, everybody. It's nice to be on the boat by ourselves. I love having this boat.
Amazing. 5 more minutes all by ourselves.
Let's enjoy this.
As you can see, Ricky's being a good boy. He's wearing his mask.
Yeah, I got to protect myself from all the people with germs.
Yes.
Hey, there's no people on board. Well, it's us back-to-backers.
Oh no, the back-to-backers. Quite a lot of back-to-backers.
So I'm going to sit here at the meeting place.
He likes the meeting place. This is another little place here. Nice little conference area.
Going to sit and do a little bit more work.
Okay. Nope. We're almost done. We gotta finish before the people arrive. This is a running track that they have here. You can also see an overview of the solarium out there, which is nice. And the mast grill is coming up. Got a good view. Up there is the retreat sun deck for the suite guests. See if we can go up to the retreat sun deck. I don't know if it's going to be locked. This is for the suite guests only, so you can get an idea. of what you get if you have a suite, fun goers.
Yeah.
Doing bar.
Sprays.
This is also a part of the retreat area here. So you can have a hot tub, showers. They also supply sunscreen here, different levels, 30, 50, and aloe vera gel. So that is nice. Fun rocking chairs. And beds, of course. Loungers. Oh, I smell those hamburgers. They smell yummy. They're getting ready. I've actually been eating meat every day on this cruise because I want to see how it affects my blood work. I live by my blood work. You've got juices included, iced tea. This is an ice cream machine here. All these dummies hopping. Whoever they saw. We can get you a burger. How? What's up, that man? Well, more. You what?
Welcome on celebrity.
Wonderful. We got mushrooms, onion, bacon, sauerkraut.
Every day we need to make burger, hot dog. We have celebrity burger. We have hot dog.
What the fuck?
Celebrity burger should be caramelized onion, mushroom. And we have acting counter.
Yeah.
Lot of cuisine, French fry.
The French fries are really good. Let's see the pools down there. Here is the running track. I actually do not like when they put the running/walking track where all of the chairs and everything are, because if you're actually doing a workout, people just get up and you run into them and all this wonderful thing. I prefer it up and about. Bonnie, walk over here. Thank you. This is kind of cute. The coolest day ever. And running track goes around that way. That's fun. You do get the music and everything. Nice Port Everglades mural over there. This is the way to the ocean view. Careful. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Gotta get our sanitizer. Sanitizer or washing hands. The Ocean View Cafe. And so you have a bar here. As you can see, we're before everybody gets hurt. It's the best. You can see all the wonderful goodies that they have prepared. They got pie. Good thing they have everything marked. Gluten-free, lactose-free, no sugar added. Everything's untouched and beautiful. Over here we've got our pasta bar. Everybody's ready. Then we have ice cream over here. Fancy top. They've always got some pretty good lines here. There you go. You can see they have vegan strawberry. They also have no sugar added and low fat yogurt and sorbet and soft serve. Sunny covered cheese. Oh, yummy, yummy. Here's my favorite, blue cheese. Oh, we've got all kinds of things here. Heads. This is great before everybody gets here. The desserts. Oh, I like the red velvet cake. That's a yummy. Marble cheesecake. We have drink stations. You can get coffee, and juices and tea and food. Lemon cake. These are all your gluten-free desserts. Yummy. They really try to appeal to everybody, which is awesome. And everything is properly marked. It's so nice. This is your salad bar. What I love about this is there is blue cheese dressing. I haven't been eating at the buffet. I've been getting room service. Oh, they do have a nacho bar. Have to come back and get some of those. They have their grilled beer, potato ball here. Yummy, yummy. Yummy. Over here, you get this one. Oh, the hummus bar. I love it. I love the hummus bar. We also have the vegan section. What's really good about Celebrity compared to our last cruise is there was so many lines, but because everything was separated here into different sections, this is the vegan section. It's vegan chicken nuggets. Look at that. Asian delight here. Here's vegetable noodles. Yummy. Caesar salad station. And the salad. Go back here. You can either sit inside or you can sit outside. It's a wonderful view of the buffet. They have anything here. There's another drink section. We are going to take this up. Sit outside, dude. We'll take this up to the sunset bar, where, as by the name implies, you can watch the sunset. Well, the back of the suit. There said bar. Let's see. This is the sparkling and rosé. Flavor parades, refreshing. Oh, there's their non-alcoholic. We don't see any fun ones. So there's a full bar here. This is actually the smoking side. So if you smoke, you can smoke out here. You can even smoke out here. The nice little outdoor areas for smokers, if that's you. Something else that Celebrity is very famous for is their lawn. Have nice little blankets there. Good morning. So they have some areas roped off so that they can do some aeration. And a big chair for pictures. That is the porch. That is a specialty restaurant over there. You can rent these little cabana areas. And they are covered if you like. It's nice for relaxing. Lawn Club Grill. And then I guess the porch is on the other side. Both are specialty restaurants. This is the studio. That is actually where they do some advanced photography. How about that? Where you can actually have a sitting and have some photography. They have foot wash there. Over to the porch so you can see what that is. This is the porch. This is a specialty restaurant that you would pay for. Have a nice fun area. The relaxing area. And also leads out to the garden. That is our tour
of the celebrity silhouette. Stick around for our back-to-back process and also our pros cons. What we think. All right, we are going to do the pros cons, and then we are going to wrap it up with the back-to-back process. Here we go.
All right, for me, having special needs when it comes to special needs, I always put my foot in my mouth. I like to eat certain types of food. As some of you may know, I'm a vegetarian, sometimes vegan, and they've got great food on this ship.
Definitely.
I mean, all celebrities, fantastic food. I like how they're set up. We went on another ship and it was more of a line setting buffet style. These have different stations up in Ocean View Cafe in the buffet area. So you never feel like you're waiting in line because people are just going all over the place, going wherever they need, and there's something for everyone.
Yes.
Literally, you have special needs, they've got gluten-free, they've got vegetarian, they got vegan, they got all sorts of different needs met.
They even do it with the desserts. They have a whole section of gluten-free desserts.
Yeah.
They also have vegan ice cream and no sugar.
Vegetarian ice cream too.
They had no sugar added ice cream, sorbet, yogurt, and regular. They try to hit all of it. What's really nice is they have these signs. They say very specifically.
Yes. What I like about the way they do it is their signs don't have everything. Sometimes, like the other ship that we were on, would list all 4 items and then they'd have cross marks next to it, like cross.
It's
like
very confusing.
What they do differently here is they only put what's applicable. So if you're eating a vegetarian dish, it'll be vegetarian, but it won't say
vegan. It'll tell you either way, or it'll say no sugar added, or it'll say gluten-free,
Yep.
or it'll say contains nuts.
You just don't need to see all 4 signs and then a cross, like a no U-turn little hash mark that says, no, it's not really vegan, but it says it on there. Don't tell me that. Too much information.
I guess if you have special needs, I have special needs too. So one of the pros that I liked about this cruise ship now, because I have to deal with this, is I liked all of the non-alcoholic options.
Oh, yeah.
I get free drinks in the casino, but on...
She's not a high roller, but she plays one cruising.
I'm not a high roller. Actually, Celebrity gives everyone free drinks in the casino.
She's apparently a high roller then. Everyone's a high roller if you're in the casino.
Exactly. What was so cool is they have the free wine, F-R-E with a hash
It's a
mark.
brand.
An accent aigu for the French people, or free. They have White Zinfandel if you like the sweet one. They also have a version of Prosecco or sparkling wine, and they have a rosé that is semi-sweet. They don't have a red. Those are the 3 wines that they do offer in the casino. They also advertise non-alcoholic drinks on the main dining room menu that I was able to get in there, like strawberry fizz, which was very fun. Bobby, my awesome casino waiter, I said, hey, do you have any other suggestions? He said, yeah, what about a pink sangria? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
Non-alcoholic.
Yes, and then if you go to the martini bar, they have non-alcoholic martinis because they have an alcohol there that is, they have a, what would you call that, a mixer? They have a non-alcoholic mixer there that is a substitute for alcohol that they can make all these different drinks, like a gimlet and different martinis. It's just so awesome.
Can we get off the non-alcoholic?
I'm sorry, frozen mojito.
Yes, I think she beat that horse. Plenty of drinks for the non-drinker. That's the key takeaway. All right, let me get back to this special food that I have news about.
He still wants to talk about that.
I just want to tell folks this.
Okay.
Because it was clearly articulated to me
Oh.
when we went to the dining room, and we went to the dining room every evening.
Yes.
And
We do like the
they
dining
do
room.
have a special menu for folks like myself, either that have gluten sensitivities and or they have vegetarian vegan desires. I had to order my food a day in advance, but they did have a complete menu of hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, as well as main courses and desserts. What was great was the maitre d', he came to me and said, if there's anything special that I would like, we could make that request and the chef would make it special for us, for me.
They've done that before. They've made him vegan chocolate cake before. That was pretty yummy.
It's fantastic. You can just go crazy with what you
Yes.
really want if you really have some special request. I just had to replace my order a day before and I would get it the next day.
Things I would like like to add to that, you can actually put some of these labels on before you sail. For instance, my mother is sailing with me in June and she wants low sodium. So we were able to add that to her profile before we sailed. And so that she'll get low sodium food.
Celebrity, you rock when it comes to your food.
Definitely.
Marks all
Awesome.
around. Thank you.
Awesome. The other thing though about the main dining room, food is very important to us, is because of this situation, my white blood cell counts were low, and they accommodated us by putting us away from people in the main dining room. So we had our own private table away from
fantastic.
people.
It really did help because, again, she is immune compromised.
Right.
So we wear our masks whenever we walk outside their stateroom, and eating can be challenging, especially if you're sitting so close to someone else.
And some of those tables are very close. Like you're really not at a different table.
Yes.
Wanted to also say that I really like all the sitting areas on this ship.
Fantastic.
All the little alcoves, like the hideaway or the library or even the sky lounge, just wonderful seating.
Totally.
Yes, all of
I
it.
found a couple of them that I'm not going to disclose.
Oh, really?
Okay, it's on the 15th floor in the elevators on the front of the ship. And there's hardly anybody there.
Oh.
It's on the 15th floor, and it's a nice little seating area outside the elevators. And I only saw one couple that went by when I was sitting
I
there.
didn't even know there was a 15th floor.
There is. There is a 15th floor. It's above the Ocean View Cafe.
Oh.
And I actually took my meal up there and enjoyed beautiful ocean views. And,
Oh, wow. I'll have to check it out.
Nope, you're not invited. It's a secret. Don't tell anybody. Okay, you can join me.
All right. All right. I think Celebrity is probably our favorites right now. I love the little perks Celebrity does too, like the cloth towels in the bathrooms, in the public bathrooms.
You can dry your hand on these little, almost like washcloths.
Little washcloths.
Yeah, that just.
But it's nice.
It's nice.
And I don't know what's better. Maybe you can tell us in the comments what's better. Are paper towels better, or is washing the washcloths better? I don't know. We've recently gone to reusable paper towels at home too. I don't know what's better.
Try it out. Yeah.
Who knows?
It's just the two of us, so it's easy.
Exactly.
Do you want to talk about cons yet?
Okay, we can.
Okay. So
Okay.
I did go to a breakfast in the main dining room to avoid the people, the crowds, and I was just a ooncy little bit of disappointed because they tend to concentrate you into one area, and I always felt like I was just 2 feet away from my brother and sister, and I'm trying to social distance. So I said, "Can I please have the table away from others?"
Because of me. Because of me.
It wasn't that far. Literally, it's almost this close, I felt, and maybe 6 inches to get by the table. That's separate. I'm not actually sitting at their table. We're just all wedged in, and I don't know why they do that, where they feel like there's not that many people going to breakfast, and yet they're concentrating everybody. Shared tables in some instances. In my case, I had a separate table, but I just felt two. So that would be my con.
My con, and I guess it's a bougie con too, we do have a little bit of status on Celebrity because thankfully, very blessed that we've sailed so much and we can share these experiences with you. Normally, we get a backstage tour with our status, and we did not have that this time. I like that. My favorite entertainment are the dancers and the singers. I like meeting some of them and going backstage and checking that out. So that was a con for me that we didn't have that this time.
I'm going to turn it into the pro side. The entertainment was fantastic.
Oh, exactly.
They had 2 great shows. One was Boogie Wonderland.
Boogie Wonderland!
Yeah. Hi! Hi! Dance! And yeah, and there was dancers and singers, just the harmony of the 4 singers.
Oh, they were very good.
Phenomenal,
very good.
Great dancers. And then the other one was, what was it called?
I forgot
Broadway, Back to Broadway, or On to Broadway?
Like yeah, something like that.
And that was fantastic.
It just didn't have as fun of a name as Boogie Wonderland.
Yeah, the entertainment was fantastic. One thing that they do on Celebrity was the cast who was performing, they were outside the venue, the theater, and they were greeting us as we were all walking out, getting accolades from the patrons, the guests that were there, and they were just so happy and thankful that we were out supporting them. I just love it when they come out there. They don't just end the show, they actually come back out.
Yes.
And celebrate the great performance that they had. All the nights that I went, they had 2 people standing outside all the doors.
And he saw all the shows. He went to the first show. I went with the first show with him, and he went back and saw the second show every night.
I could watch all the shows.
Well, you get another chance this weekend.
I do. I enjoy it so much. I concentrate on different things. One minute I'm looking at their hands trying to get ideas what I can do on the dance floor. The other thing I'm concentrating is their feet and watching them, because remember, the ship is moving and it's going like this, and they're professionals. I can never mimic their voices. Anna says I'm wonderful in the shower, but I only know 1 or 2 lines.
And
of
he
the song.
says it over and over again.
These guys know all the words. So great performers, and that would be a definite pro. I love their entertainment. And the comedian was great too.
Yeah, he was
Lamont
good.
Ferguson, I think he was fantastic as well. Highly recommend the entertainment.
Definitely. We are back and we are dressed up to the nines, and I have hair. Oh my gosh. We had thoughts after the video that we wanted to add what we have experienced through this cancer time, and for anyone else out there wanting to avoid germs or has an autoimmune issue or something like that. The people have been very accommodating to our plight, so to speak. Whenever we leave the room, we always have masks on. We have been trying to social distance.
One of the things we took away from COVID is we try to implement this 5-foot rule. We try to stay away from everybody, keeping a cushion of at least 5 feet. While we're walking outside in public, we wear a mask.
Yes.
Anywhere there's traffic or anything, we try to protect ourselves, but we're also very mindful of sniffling, sneezing, coughing, anything. Hyper-vigilant, our spidey sense goes off when we hear any of that.
And we're not taking elevators, we're taking the stairs, but that's our normal route. Even though during this time, I still have enough energy to take the stairs. It's actually helping and working to get exercise every day. It's actually forcing me to get exercise, to take the stairs to go to dinner. Speaking of dinner, what they have done at dinner is we had asked the hostess, Emily, she was wonderful. We had said, hey, I'm having some immune deficiency problems. Can you sit us away from people? She did put us towards the back of the restaurant, out of any traffic patterns. We still had a beautiful view of the window. She blocked off the tables around us. Because if anyone has ever been on a cruise, you might be sitting at a table, but really you're sitting with other people.
A foot away.
Yeah, they're less than a foot away.
And
you're, yes, exactly. So she had us in a corner here, so my back was to a wall, and then the 3 tables around us, no one sat at. So that made us feel comfortable while I was eating. I have not gotten sick. There are other times that even other guests have been accommodating. I have been playing at the casino, and the casino has been not packed at the times. I go early, I'm done by 10 p.m. And so most of the time the casino gets busy after that. What I was doing is I was sitting away from people on the end, or I would go early when people weren't there. They do provide sanitizer wipes that you can wipe down slot machines if you want to wipe down slot machines. I actually did want to play blackjack, and there was probably 4 or 5 people there. Then there were people standing around. I didn't know it was a whole family that was there. And I just asked them, because sometimes when a table's not full, you sit on the second spot. You're sitting in the second chair because it's more convenient, but you're playing in the first spot. So I asked the gentleman, now granted, I have a mask on. I said, would you mind if I play on the end, or if you scoot over a seat so that I could be on one side or the other, because I know you're playing this spot. They were very accommodating, and I said, because he did seem irritated, I said, I'm going through chemo and I'm just trying to avoid germs. And there were people standing there, and he said, oh, that's my family. They could just go stand over there. So that was really nice. So then I was fine sitting down in the middle. I just didn't want people behind me.
I think the key is it's just communicating your plight, your needs, your wishes. Once people understand, like housekeeping, the casino people, the casino hosts, the maitre d', the waiters, we would just tell everybody what we're going through, and they have been very accommodating. When we first walked into our room, we brought some Clorox bleach wipes. We wiped down all the knobs, the handles, the counters, the bathroom, and the thermostat. We were very meticulous about cleaning. In addition to their thoroughness, we wanted to be extra assured that our place was clean. I look at this because I was trying to discourage Anna that we should not cruise during this time. Yes, I'm very conservative, but nothing's going to stop her from cruising.
It's my happy place.
Whereas if you're flying on an airplane, you don't have the ability to leave your seat. If somebody is sneezing and coughing, you don't have the ability to ask somebody to move or anything like that. You are stuck in a sardine can. In this environment, which being on this cruise ship, you have that freedom to move seats, to share your plight with your fellow cruisers, and they will be understanding. At least that's been our experience.
Exactly. And I've actually found other people going through similar things that we are, or has a family member. It's made for some very nice conversations. I actually even ran into a lady when I was walking on the 5th floor, and she's in chemo just like me. So we had some good talks. I'm probably a month and a half ahead of her. We have the same thing, going through the same thing. It was very nice to talk with her and bond. Just wonderful to actually share some conversation with her.
The one and final thing I will say that Anna's done, and again, cruising, being safe, being healthy, we want the best for you. We're not telling you what you should or should not do. But one of the things that Anna did was she avoided the buffet / the Ocean View Cafe. She avoided that. She avoided any crowds. She looked for certain areas. We got you basically room service in the morning for coffee service as well as a little breakfast service. We just were smart and careful.
Other thing is the nurses tell you not to eat at buffets because of the different bacteria.
Right. Avoid the raw food. Avoid anything that might be undercooked and things like that.
And definitely wash your hands.
Absolutely.
Washy washy.
I hope this has been helpful because again, it's changed my mindset. She's still healthy. She's about 2/3 of the way through her chemo treatment. She's fighting, and you can see she's doing great. We wanted to share this experience because if you're going through this thing and you still want a vacation and still want to experience a little bit of the good things in life, because it is a great thing to do, they'll work with you if you just share your situation and what you're going through.
Yes, you do not have to put your life on hold. You just have to be careful.
Careful. Great advice.
So now let's talk about the back-to-back process.
Oh, yes. Okay, let me start off by saying we had a wonderful breakfast in the main dining room. We decided to change rooms this experience so we could give you a taste of one room versus another.
Rick has really wanted to get into an inside cabin. For that full room tour, you'll have to go to the link below.
We had breakfast. We got up there. Everybody had to be seated by 8 o'clock. So we got up at 7 o'clock. We were in the main dining room a little after 7:30. We had a nice, relaxing breakfast upstairs. Our instructions were to go to the Tucson Grill, which is on the 5th floor.
Tuscan Grill. Thank you.
Thank you. The Tuscan Grill on the 5th floor.
My brother lives in Tucson.
Tucson. Yeah. You don't want to go to Tucson. You really want to go to the Tuscan Grill.
The one in Italy.
Yes.
There's Italian food.
And we had to be there at 9:15. So, of course, we were there, and they had some nice
breakfast pastries and just continental breakfast layout and more coffee and things and just some beverages, water, things like that.
As you're waiting.
Yes, that's nice because we've been on some and there's been nothing.
And no communication.
That's what we had this time.
We had to call down to the front desk because our room steward didn't give us any instructions. But that was okay. So we met at 9:15 in the Tuscan Grill, and then they said at 9:45 they would then take us off the ship. We waited the 30 minutes and they escorted us. There were probably about 24 people that were doing the back-to-back staying on the boat. It was fantastic. All we needed was our ship card, and they checked us out as we got off the ship. We walked down security. They did collect your previous ship card.
Yes, this time.
You took it with you. Then we continued walking into another area that was a sitting area that had a desk. We were only there briefly for
very briefly. This one was good.
It was fantastic.
Yes, this back-to-back process was very fast. We pretty much just got there, we're there for a little bit in the Tuscan Grill, then we got off the ship, did our circle, went through customs, came back around.
What was great was you do have to know your room number of what your new stateroom is going to be, because they didn't ask us for our name. They just asked us, what is your new stateroom number? They had all of the staterooms there labeled. We opened it up. There was our brand new ship card, and we were set to go. The next step after this was they brought us down to customs. They have the visual picture taking scanning software that allows them to identify that you were on the boat and that you are checking back in. They took our image and we walked back on the boat, and the process was done. We were on board, and gosh, I want to say it took less than 10 minutes.
Yes, we have had other back-to-back processes that weren't that fast. We've had some with some medical emergencies or a crew medical emergency. If you want to find out about those different complications and back-to-back processes, you can check out our video of the Virgin back-to-back that we just did in December. They actually said as we were walking by, you've been cleared to go back on board. Customs actually has to clear the ship, has to clear everybody off the ship before they can start to let people on. So that's a key point too.
Very impressed with the way Celebrity handled it. It was fast, it was efficient. One thing that I didn't share was we went back to our old stateroom. After breakfast, we grabbed our luggage and we brought our luggage to our new room because we were changing rooms. If you're doing a back-to-back and you happen to stay in the same cabin, you wouldn't have to do this. But of course, we were changing rooms, so we wanted to ensure our luggage was there. So we brought our luggage in. We weren't able to get into our room at 9 o'clock at that time. We were able to at least drop our luggage.
We didn't have our new key yet.
So we just dropped our luggage outside of our stateroom. Then we were assured that our luggage didn't get lost in the shuffle of changing rooms, and we just moved it ourselves. And
one thing that actually is a pro though, a very big pro for Celebrity, is when you come on the ship, whether it's the back-to-back or whatever, when you come on the ship, you are able to go to your room, get your key card that is on the outside of your room, open your stateroom and put your luggage inside, and then you can go grab lunch or whatever. They don't want you to stay in your stateroom. We came back about 11 or so, and I asked the steward, hey, is everything done? Is it okay if we put our suitcases inside? And he said yes.
They do have a little magnet on the outside of the door that says we are in the process of making your stay perfect. Your room will be shortly cleared or something like that. Anyway, it does make for a very streamless process because you're not having to lug your luggage all around the ship with you, even if it's your backpack. You don't like to do that when you're exploring the new ship that you're on. Fantastic experience. I give the whole process 10 stars.
Definitely.
And I highly recommend doing back-to-backs with Celebrity if you feel like a 4-day cruise is not enough.
We love it. I like 7-dayers. If you like this information, definitely give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to us for more of our shenanigans. Hope to see you sometime, and travel tuna!